2019-04-11-T07:01:29.020Z. Good morning and welcome to the Independent's live coverage as Theresa May prepares to address MPs after agreed a 6-month delay to Brexit. The Prime Minister is likely to face anger from Conservative backbenchers in the Commons after European leaders agreed to extend the UK's membership of the EU until 31 October. In a press conference in the early hours of Thursday, European Council President Donald Tusk did not rule out further extensions beyond October. And he sent a message to the UK: "This extension is as flexible as I expected, and a little bit shorter than I expected, but it's still enough to find the best possible solution. Please do not waste this time." 2019-04-11-T07:05:26.870Z. 2019-04-11-T19:21.916Z. Jeremy Hunt, speaking on Robert Peston's ITV programme last night, has admitted the Brexit deal could be changed by a future Prime Minister. 2019-04-11-T07:36:08.000Z. Brexit Minister Kwasi Kwarteng has insisted that delaying Brexit until October will give the government time to get an exit deal through Parliament. He told BBC Radio 4's Today, "It is not a secret that we have had a difficult time in trying to get the deal through the House of Commons. Parliament is in gridlock at the moment and I think that we have got the time, hopey, to get the deal through. But it's been challenging. I think that the extension is long enough to get a deal through." 2019-04-11-T07:48:08.000Z. Last night Theresa May and EU leaders agreed to delay Brexit until 31 October, a longer extension than the Prime Minister wanted, but shorter than many in the EU were pushing for. Here's our report on the night's events. 2019-04-11-T08:01:21.540Z. The action in the House of Commons gets underway at 9:30 this morning. Here's today's order paper. 2019-04-11-T08:13:09.000Z. John Bercow has granted one urgent question in the Commons today, which will see Labour's Clive Betts ask the Department for Transport about Stagecoach. There is also a government oral statement on discrimination in football, meaning Theresa May's statement on Brexit will be pushed back until around 1 p.m. 2019-04-11-T08:31:16.000Z. Donald Tusk, the President of the European Council, has admitted it is his quiet dream that the UK stays in the EU. 2019-04-11-T08:46:16.000Z. Theresa May will update MPs this afternoon on the outcome of last night's European Council meeting. When she rises in the Commons around 1 p.m, we expect the Prime Minister to deliver a statement similar in content to the one she gave to the media in Brussels in the early hours of this morning. She will likely insist that her main priority was ensuring that the UK can exit any extension early if it ratifies the withdrawal agreement, which the EU agreed to, and reiterate that she does not want Britain to take part in European Parliament elections on 22nd of May. The Prime Minister will once again stress the need for MPs to work together to find an exit deal that Parliament can agree to. She will likely say that talks with Labour are continuing and that the public wants a resolution to be reached. Expect a few jibes at Parliament for voting down her deal 3 times, along with a lot of comments about how disappointed she is that Britain is still in the EU. Will it change anything? Don't count on it. 2019-04-11-T08:59:16.000Z. This is an interesting development. Scottish Secretary David Mundell has said the government is willing to discuss the possibility of a customs union with the EU, a key demand of Labour and one of the main barriers to cross-party talks progression. He told BBC Radio Scotland, "The government is certainly willing to discuss a customs union, but a customs union would require to command a majority of support in Parliament. A customs union has been put forward previously in Parliament and hasn't commanded a majority, partly because we've had the usually politicking, the SNP who say they support a customs union, then didn't vote for it. So nothing that goes forward will actually be successful unless we can command majority support for it in Parliament." 2019-04-11-T09-18-16.000Z Tim Barrow, the UK's ambassador to the EU, wrote to Donald Tusk, the European Council President, early this morning to confirm the UK's approval of the decision to delay Brexit until 31 October. Here's his letter in 2019-04-11-T09:40:01.686Z Geoffrey Cox, the Attorney General, is currently answering M.P.'s questions in the Commons. Mark Francois, a prominent Brexiteer, asks how it makes sense for the UK to spend £100 million taking part in European Parliament elections in May. Mr. Cox admits the entire country is expecting us to move on to leave the European Union but says the UK has a legal obligation to take part in the elections if MPs continue to refuse to ratify the withdrawal agreement. 2019-04-11-T09:41:54.110Z Leader Arlene Foster is currently meeting the EU's chief Brexit negotiator, Michel Barnier, in Brussels, alongside senior Tory Eurosceptics Ian Duncan Smith and Owen Paterson. "We're hoping to have more information on their discussions later today." 2019-04-11-T09:57:41.473Z New, Julian Assange, the WikiLeaks founder, has been arrested at the Ecuadorian embassy in London after spending 7 years in the building. A Metropolitan Police statement said, Julian Assange, 47, has today, Thursday 11th of April, been arrested by officers from the Metropolitan Police Service, MPS, at the Embassy of Ecuador, Hans Crescent, SW1 on a warrant issued by Westminster Magistrates Court on June 29, 2012, for failing to surrender to the court. He has been taken into custody at a central London police station where he will remain, before being presented before Westminster Magistrates Court as soon as is possible. The MPS had a duty to execute the warrant, on behalf of Westminster Magistrates Court, and was invited into the embassy by the ambassador, following the Ecuadorian government's withdrawal of asylum. Jeremy Hunt, the Foreign Secretary, and Sajid Javid, the Home Secretary, have already responded to the arrest. 2019-04-11-T10:13:36.813Z Conservative MP Johnny Mercer has just tweeted this, suggesting Tory whips have been asking his old army friends for dirt on him. 2019-04-11-T10:31:25.000Z in the Commons, Andrea Leadsom confirms that the agreement to delay Brexit means Parliament will be in recess next week, as planned. That will come as a major relief to MPs and Commons staff after weeks of drama over Brexit. MPs were due to be in their constituencies this week too but were ordered to be in Parliament in case there were key votes on Brexit. MPs will return to Westminster on 22nd of April for the next stages of the Brexit saga. 2019-04-11-T10:46:25.000Z A third of adults in the UK say Brexit has had a negative impact on their mental health, according to a new study. The poll for the British Association for Counselling and Psychotherapy, BACP, found that 33% of people said Brexit had impacted their mental health and well-being, while an additional 24% said it had a little effect. Labour and Liberal Democrat voters were more than twice as likely to say this was the case. Andrew Kinder, a councillor and BASP governor, said, "Most of us dislike change, because of the uncertainty it creates, and there is a lot of uncertainty around Brexit. There is uncertainty on whichever side people voted for, whether that is remain or leave. Uncertainty can be stressful for people, and it does impact on their well-being, and if people have underlying issues as well, this is fueling it and adding to it." 2019-04-11 T10:59:17.583Z There will now be a ministerial statement on Julian Assange's arrest, after Theresa May updates MPs on the latest delay to Brexit. "We're expecting the Prime Minister to address the Commons around 1 p.m. Before then there will be a statement on discrimination in football." 2019-04-11 T11:10:58.000Z Opinion, the Halloween Brexit extension confirms it. "We are never leaving the EU," writes chief political commentator John Rentoul. 2019-04-11 T11:27:29.096Z Speaking after meeting Michel Barnier, the EU's chief Brexit negotiator, in Brussels, DUP leader Arlene Foster says, "We wanted to have the unionist voice heard so that he could hear the impact of the backstop and what it will do to the balance in Northern Ireland. We had good engagement around that issue today." She refuses to be